Hi there, this is Ranjit and I have the Xiaomi Mi 4 with me, and in this video we'll be doing the camera review. The Mi 4 has a 13 megapixel rear facing camera which can also record video up to 4K, whereas the front facing camera is a 8 megapixel shooter, and this can also record video up to 1080p. And I've taken a lot of videos and sample shots with both the front facing camera as well as the rear facing camera, and I'll show you them so that you can judge the quality. But before that, let's quickly also have a look at the camera interface of this device. And the camera fires up pretty quickly if you notice, and we get a very clean interface. Actually, you just have that tap to focus and you'll notice the small ring over here. Using that, you can actually adjust the exposure. As you can see, you can easily adjust the exposure using that, and that's very convenient in my opinion. Another good thing about this camera is this actual sensor used is very high quality sensors. Xiaomi has used Sony sensors, that's the ExoMar RS sensors, and even the lens is actually very good. The aperture is f1.8 even for the front facing camera. Hence, even in low lighting conditions and artificial lighting, the camera actually does very good job. And you just tap in to take the picture. You can click this to take the picture, or you can actually just use this one also to take the pictures. One thing I did notice is that in the auto mode, by default the exposure was slightly on the higher side, so I had to manually lower the exposure using this, and it's actually pretty easy to do it. So by that way I was able to get a lot better pictures compared to the fully auto mode, which was exposing the pictures a bit more to my liking. And these are the basic settings. You can just slide it like this and you get to these filters, and you can apply these filters. You can also go here and we have other modes like panorama, HDR and burst shots. If you want to go to the main settings, you can just hold the settings button for a while. That is the menu, and here you can adjust all the other settings that you have. Toggling the video mode, by default this is in the pictures mode. You can just click here and now we are in the video mode. If you just tap this, it will take the video like this. Now it has started taking the video, and in video also you have the tap to focus, so you can just tap into an area to quickly focus within a video. And if you just go to the menu here, there are the other options that you can set even for the video mode. We also have image stabilization option, and here as you can see it's in full HD, but you can also go up to 4K. But do note that for 4K it does consume a lot of storage, so you got to be aware of that. Now let me actually show you the sample shots that I've taken with this device so that you can judge the quality. These shots were shot with the rear facing 13 megapixel camera of the Mi 4, and as you can see from the sample shots, the shots came out to be really good. The camera does an excellent job in natural lighting, the pictures are very sharp, and even the color accuracy is excellent in my opinion. Recording this video with the Mi 4 at 1080p, if required, this device can also shoot video up to 4K, but this video we are recording it at 1080p. And the audio that you are hearing is also being recorded by the internal microphone of this device. And this is my roof garden, and I'm doing this handheld. So do let me know what you feel about the video recording with this Mi 4. And we can use the tap to focus also within the video. You can just tap into an area and it tries to quickly focus. Let me try this on this cactus. As you can see, it focused, and I'm just going to walk back now normally to give you an idea how it performs. And again, you can tap into an area to quickly focus. So this is the sample video recording with the Mi 4 in outdoor lighting condition. It's a pretty bright sunny day today. When we move to semi-indoor conditions also, the Mi 4 performs pretty well, but in very low lighting conditions you got to be careful, otherwise pictures can be a little bit shaky. Now recording this part of the footage with the front facing camera of this Mi 4, so this should give you an idea how's the quality if you record video from the front facing camera. And yes, as you can see, I was just not that well, so just bear with me, hence I haven't shaved. But this should give you an idea about the video recording capabilities with the Mi 4's front facing camera if you shoot it in outdoor lighting conditions. Shooting this video in indoor lighting conditions, this is with the Mi 4's front facing camera to give you an idea how it performs. As you can see, this is in completely artificial lighting and indoor lighting conditions. Shot indoors with the Mi 4's front facing camera in very low lighting conditions, and I feel in these lighting conditions it did perform pretty well, though there is a bit of noise. Now these pictures were shot in completely artificial lighting in my office, and I have to say here the Mi 4's camera performed very well compared to most other smartphones that are even more expensive compared to the Mi 4. So I would say it does perform pretty well, but as I mentioned earlier, the exposure can be an issue. Always use the manual exposure to get better shots. As you can see, these are some low lighting situations, and here also it did perform very well. But in very low lighting conditions, there is a little bit of noise. So what do I feel about the camera performance of this Mi 4? As we have seen from the sample shots, the picture quality that we were getting is actually very good. And I was very impressed with the front facing camera, and I have to say it was one of the best performing front facing camera that I have used. In fact, I personally used this Samsung Galaxy Note Edge, which also has a very good front facing camera. But to compare, I would say the photos, the selfie shots that I was taking with the Mi 4 in artificial lighting conditions were much better compared to the one that I took even with the Note Edge. So the front facing camera is very good. Even the rear facing camera is actually very good and does perform pretty well even in artificial lighting. But yes, in very low lighting conditions it does tend to struggle up a little bit. And as I mentioned earlier also, one slight con is that in auto mode sometimes the exposure can go haywire. So you have to use that exposure ring here to adjust the exposure. That way you can get a lot better shots. But overall I would say I was very impressed with the camera performance of this Mi 4. I've also posted several other videos on this Mi 4, so make sure you check them out. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.